7 things that secretly drain your life and your soul. You wake up already thinking about the endless list of things you need to do. Emails, calls, meetings, errands, and somehow it never ends. You feel busy, important, alive, but deep down there's this quiet exhaustion that gnaws at your spirit. You're chasing action, but what if all this doing is secretly stealing your life? This is one of the Stoic things that secretly drain your life. It's hidden, subtle, and almost invisible. The world glorifies busyness. Hustle harder, they say. But Stoicism teaches us to notice the Stoicism hidden life drains, the silent energy thieves you don't see. Doing for the sake of doing isn't productivity. It's a spiritual drain. Imagine a man walking on a treadmill that never stops. That's modern life. You're moving, sweating, exhausted, but going nowhere. This is what Stoics would call one of the Stoic, what drains your energy without your awareness. Every task you rush through, every appointment you cram, slowly chips away at your inner peace. You may not notice it at first because motion feels productive. But this is the trap. Stoic, silent energy thieves don't announce themselves with alarms. They whisper quietly in the background, chasing action without purpose. Even the smallest actions can become drains. Responding to every notification immediately, saying yes to obligations you don't care about, checking your phone while waiting for your coffee. These are Stoicism unseen life drains. They slowly steal focus, clarity, and motivation. Before you know it, your mind is exhausted, your spirit is restless, and you've forgotten what it feels like to just be. The irony? In the pursuit of busyness, you've lost touch with yourself. Stoicism isn't about avoiding work or responsibility. It's about knowing what deserves your attention. Every Stoic habit you adopt without awareness, every small, seemingly harmless act of distraction or unnecessary motion, is one of the 7 Stoic habits draining your life. So, how do you fight it? By pausing, by noticing, by asking, is this action moving me toward what truly matters, or am I just spinning my wheels? This is how you uncover Stoic hidden habits that weaken you, the everyday Stoic things draining your spirit, and the Stoic invisible forces stealing your peace. Here's the truth. Your energy is sacred. The people, tasks, and routines that fill your day can either nourish your mind or silently drain it. The choice is yours, but only if you see it. The moment you become aware, you reclaim the control the world has been quietly stealing from you. If this resonates, if you've ever felt that tired, restless hum inside that you can't shake, then you're ready to uncover more of the subtle Stoic life drains you don't notice. I'll show you the modern Stoic life drains your soul, the Stoic secret enemies of your inner peace, and the hidden daily habits that silently rob your energy. Subscribe now, because your mind deserves more than distraction. Your spirit deserves clarity, and together, we'll uncover every Stoic what drains your motivation secretly, so you can take back control, one quiet, intentional moment at a time. People-pleasing and seeking approval, you open your phone just for a minute. A minute turns into 10, 10 into 30, and suddenly an hour has vanished. The images, the updates, the endless feed, it all feels necessary. But what if I told you that this small daily habit is one of the Stoic things that secretly drain your life? It's subtle, almost invisible. That constant scrolling, liking, comparing, it quietly steals energy, focus, and even joy. This is one of the Stoicism hidden life drains, a force so ordinary that most people never notice it. But Stoics understood that energy is sacred, and distractions like these are Stoic silent energy thieves waiting in plain sight. Every notification, Every video, every tiny dopamine hit chips away at your inner calm. You think you're staying informed, connected, alive, but what you're really doing is feeding one of the Stoic what drains your energy in modern life. Your mind is overloaded, your spirit restless, and your peace slowly slipping away. This is exactly why so many people fall into everyday Stoic things, draining your spirit without even realizing it. The endless scroll becomes an invisible tether, binding you to other people's lives while neglecting your own. These are Stoicism unseen life drains, forces quietly stealing your attention, your motivation, your clarity. Even the strongest intentions can't protect you. You plan to read a book, go for a walk, or work on something meaningful, but the phone beckons. The urge to check it is one of the subtle Stoic life drains you don't notice. Over time, these small moments become modern. Stoic life drains your soul, robbing you of creativity, focus, and even happiness. Stoicism teaches us to observe and understand our habits. When you recognize how scrolling steals energy, you can reclaim control. You learn to notice the Stoic hidden habits that weaken you, the 7 Stoic habits draining your life, and the Stoic invisible forces stealing your peace. You see clearly what daily actions are secretly sapping your spirit. The next time you reach for your phone, pause. Ask yourself, am I feeding my mind or stealing from it? Awareness is the first step, because only when you see the drain can you stop it. If this resonates, and you want to uncover more of the Stoic, what drains your motivation secretly, and the Stoicism spiritual drains you don't see, hit subscribe. Together, we'll expose the hidden ways modern life steals your energy and show you how to reclaim the quiet strength and peace that's always been yours. Overthinking and worrying. There's a quiet storm inside your mind. Thoughts spinning, worries piling, what-ifs multiplying. You replay conversations, anticipate mistakes, imagine disasters, and somehow you still feel like nothing is under control. This constant mental noise is one of the Stoic things that secretly drain your life. Overthinking feels like productivity. You tell yourself, I'm preparing, I'm planning, I'm careful. But Stoicism teaches us that unchecked thoughts are among the Stoicism hidden life drains, silent energy thieves that sap clarity, focus, and peace. The mind becomes a battlefield, and every worry is a soldier stealing your strength. These are Stoic silent energy thieves, creeping into your day unnoticed, yet leaving exhaustion in their wake. Every scenario you imagine, every problem you ruminate on, chips away at your motivation. You think you're solving problems, but what you're really doing is feeding one of the Stoic what drains your energy. Overthinking disguises itself as preparation, but it's one of the everyday Stoic things draining your spirit. A subtle force that keeps you from acting, creating, and living fully. The tragedy is that we rarely see it coming. The mind whispers just one more thought, and before you know it, hours are gone. Stoics called this the enemy of peace. The Stoicism unseen life drains that steals your attention and clouds your judgment. It makes small decisions exhausting and large goals paralyzing. The key is awareness. When you notice these cycles, you can begin to untangle them. Ask yourself, is this thought useful, or is it just stealing my energy? Recognizing this is how you uncover the Stoic hidden habits that weaken you and confront the subtle Stoic life drains you don't notice. You learn to act intentionally instead of reacting to every worry. Overthinking doesn't just drain your mind, it slowly erodes your soul. These are the modern Stoic life drains your soul, the invisible forces keeping you from serenity. But by practicing presence, reflection, and intentional focus, you reclaim your energy. You silence the Stoic invisible forces stealing your peace and protect your inner calm. If this resonates, if you've ever felt trapped in your own thoughts, subscribe. Together, we'll explore more of the 7 Stoic habits draining your life, uncover the Stoic what drains your motivation secretly, and reveal the Stoicism spiritual drains you don't see. Step by step, you'll learn to master your mind instead of letting it master you, and finally find the clarity your spirit has been craving. 4. Multitasking, the illusion of productivity. You sit at your desk with 3 tabs open, your phone buzzing, an email half-written, and a task list that never ends. You think you're being productive, but in reality, you're doing a little of everything and nothing fully. This is one of the Stoic things that secretly drain your life. Multitasking feels like efficiency. You tell yourself, I can handle it all. But Stoicism teaches that divided attention is one of the Stoicism hidden life drains, a silent, subtle thief of energy. Every time you split your focus, you weaken your clarity, scatter your thoughts, and exhaust your spirit. These are Stoic, silent energy thieves, quiet and invisible, yet powerful enough to drain your drive without you noticing. Switching between tasks gives an illusion of progress, but it steals your momentum. You accomplish fragments, not completion. Each half-done task is a reminder that one of the Stoic what drains your energy isn't the work itself. It's the distraction, the scattered focus, the constant jumping. Over time, this becomes one of the everyday Stoic things draining your spirit, leaving you tired but never fulfilled. The irony is cruel. You're busy, you're moving, you're getting things done, but the more you multitask, the less you truly create. Stoicism calls this one of the Stoicism unseen life drains, a subtle force that keeps you active but powerless, occupied but empty. Your energy is slowly siphoned away, leaving only exhaustion and frustration. The solution lies in awareness. Recognize when you're juggling too much. Ask, am I focusing on what matters, or am I scattering my life into pieces? This is how you uncover the Stoic hidden habits that weaken you. The subtle Stoic life drains you don't notice, and how you stop giving your energy away to distraction. Single tasking, intentional focus, and deliberate pacing are antidotes. By reclaiming focus, you protect your spirit from the modern Stoic life drains your soul, and confront the Stoic invisible forces stealing your peace. Productivity becomes meaningful again, rather than a hidden thief of your energy and joy. If this resonates, if you've ever felt worn out yet busy all the time, subscribe. Together, we'll reveal the rest of the 7 Stoic habits draining your life, expose the Stoic what drains your motivation secretly, and uncover the Stoicism spiritual drains you don't see. Step by step, you'll learn how to act with intention, conserve your energy, and live a life where your focus is a source of power, not exhaustion. So chasing constant entertainment, distractions, you sit down to relax thinking just one episode, one scroll, one game. But hours pass and suddenly you realize you've been consuming but not creating. You've been escaping but not living. This habit is one of the Stoic things that secretly drain your life. Distractions are seductive. They promise relief, excitement, or comfort, but Stoicism teaches that these are some of the Stoicism hidden life drains, subtle thieves that quietly steal your focus, your clarity, and your inner peace. Every video, every click, every tiny thrill is a Stoic silent energy thief, sapping your spirit without a sound. You may think entertainment is harmless, but when it becomes a constant escape, it becomes one of the Stoic what drains your energy. You avoid silence, reflection, and meaningful work. You fill empty moments with noise to avoid facing yourself. These are the everyday Stoic things draining your spirit. The Stoicism unseen life drains that make your mind restless and your soul weary. The danger lies in repetition. Small distractions add up until you've given your life to passive consumption. Stoics understood this centuries ago. The mind grows weak when it constantly feeds on the trivial. These are the subtle Stoic life drains you don't notice. The modern Stoic life drains your soul, silently pulling you away from purpose, focus, and serenity. Breaking free starts with awareness. Notice how often you reach for distractions. Ask yourself, am I filling time or feeding my mind? By confronting these habits, you uncover the Stoic hidden habits that weaken you, and the Stoic invisible forces stealing your peace. You reclaim control of your attention, your creativity, and your energy. True Stoic living isn't about denying pleasure. It's about choosing what nourishes you. When you engage intentionally, every moment becomes meaningful. You protect yourself from the Stoic, what drains your motivation secretly, and avoid the Stoicism, spiritual drains you don't see that quietly rob your potential. If this resonates, if you've ever felt restless even after hours of fun, subscribe. Together, we'll reveal the final 7 Stoic habits draining your life, show you how daily choices impact your energy, and uncover the hidden ways modern distractions quietly steal your peace. Take control of your attention and reclaim the calm, clarity, and purpose your spirit has been craving. Avoiding silence and solitude. You fill your days with noise, music, podcasts, notifications, chatter. Silence feels uncomfortable. Being alone with your thoughts feels dangerous. But this avoidance is one of the Stoic things that secretly drain your life. Stoicism teaches that true strength comes from reflection, presence, and inner calm. Yet most people flee from silence. This is one of the Stoicism hidden life drains. Subtle, quiet forces that steal your energy without you realizing it. The fear of being alone makes you vulnerable to Stoic silent energy thieves. Invisible pressures that scatter your mind and leave your spirit restless. Every time you avoid stillness, you postpone growth. You avoid the uncomfortable questions. Who am I? What do I truly want? What matters most? These moments of avoidance are the Stoic, what drains your energy, silently sapping motivation, clarity, and peace. They are part of the everyday Stoic things draining your spirit. The Stoicism unseen life drains that stop you from knowing yourself fully. The problem is subtle. It's not dramatic. You don't notice it until weeks, months, or years later, when life feels empty even though you've been busy. These are the subtle Stoic life drains you don't notice. The modern Stoic life drains your soul, quietly pulling you away from inner strength and clarity. Awareness is the first step. Notice how often you distract yourself to avoid quiet. Practice moments of solitude, reflection, or even just sitting in silence. This is how you confront the Stoic hidden habits that weaken you, how you reclaim energy from the Stoic invisible forces stealing your peace, and how you reconnect with your inner compass. Stoics believe that solitude and reflection are not loneliness, they are power. In silence, your mind sharpens, your priorities clarify, your spirit heals. By facing yourself, you protect against the Stoic, what drains your motivation secretly, and the Stoicism, spiritual drains you don't see. You regain the calm, focus and strength that constant action, distraction and noise have been quietly stealing. If this resonates, subscribe now. Together we've uncovered all 7 Stoic habits draining your life, from busyness to distractions, overthinking and avoiding solitude. Step by step, we've revealed the Stoic things that secretly drain your life and how to reclaim your energy, focus, and inner peace. Your mind deserves silence. Your spirit deserves clarity. Your life deserves you. See, living in the future or the past, you're either replaying yesterday or worrying about tomorrow. The present slips through your fingers like sand unnoticed. This constant mental drift is one of the Stoic things that secretly drain your life. Stoicism teaches us that energy is wasted when we dwell on what we cannot control. Yet so many people live trapped in memories or anticipation. This is one of the Stoicism hidden life drains, invisible and quiet, slowly siphoning your focus, clarity, and joy. These are Stoic silent energy thieves that disguise themselves as planning, reflection, or caution. Every regret you revisit, every fear of the future you imagine, steals your attention from what is real. This is one of the Stoic what drains your energy without you noticing. It's part of the everyday Stoic things draining your spirit. The Stoicism unseen life drains that keep you anxious, reactive, and restless. The solution lies in returning to the present. Focus on the now, the only place where action, growth, and peace exist. By practicing this, you counter the Stoic hidden habits that weaken you and stop the subtle Stoic life drains you don't notice. You reclaim your energy from the modern Stoic life, drains your soul, and silence the Stoic invisible forces stealing your peace. Stoics remind us the past is gone. The future is uncertain. Only the present is yours. By anchoring yourself here, you neutralize the Stoic, what drains your motivation secretly, and avoid the Stoicism, spiritual drains you don't see that come from dwelling outside of reality. If this resonates, subscribe. Together, we'll uncover even more hidden forces silently stealing your energy so you can live fully, focus deeply, and reclaim your peace, moment by moment. Your mind, your spirit, and your life deserve nothing less.